Human advancement knows no boundary. But this has not been without its price. Though we stand at the height of prosperity, we need only look to the past to remember that nature is a power that cannot be ignored. Consuming even the mightiest empires and causing the greatest among us to tremble in her fury. Yet from adversity, the human spirit endures, finding ways to coexist with the earth. Or bend it to our cause. Pursuing a course beyond distant horizons and revealing paths both towards innovation and unintended catastrophe. Our survival necessitates new solutions to old problems. To ensure a future, both for ourselves and generations to come. United in purpose, we must now look beyond borders and welcome the dawn of the next era in human civilization.
What is going on, Draconians? Draco Invictus here with Sid Meier's Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. This is going to be a new series on my channel. It's going to have multiple seasons, and we'll talk about that more in just a second, but I want to welcome everyone to the channel. If you're new to my channel, smash that subscribe button, click the bell notification icon so that you get notified the next time I post a video. And, okay, so let's talk about this new series, right? I'm playing a new game. I've done a couple live streams on it, but playing this game, first time I've played Gathering Storm, so this is going to be new for me in that regard. And a big shout out to my buddy Loco 4Pack. Thank you, Gary. He started playing Civilization 6 Rise and Fall on his channel, and I'm not sure if he's new to Civilization, new to Rise and Fall, but as he's learning new things about the game, he's, you know, letting you guys know what he's learning. So this whole learning, teaching thing, very cool. And I thought, you know what? Let me do the same thing with Gathering Storm. I've never played it before. There's going to be new things. It's a living world, right? Rising sea levels, flooding rivers, volcanoes going off, tornadoes, blizzards. Holy crap, there's a lot. The world is now out to kill me too. So we are going to start with okay, there are several different victory conditions in Civilization 6, and the default ones are science, culture, domination, religion, and score. Gathering Storm adds a sixth one, diplomacy. So, again, I've played Civilization 6, I've played Rise and Fall, and I've won the game several different ways. I've won it with science several times. I did a religious run-through. That was a lot of fun. We are going to do these again. So, why we're doing different seasons. We are going to do a season for each victory type. And since I failed so epically doing a domination run during a live stream, I wanted to focus season 1 on doing a domination victory. And that's where we're going to start. So let's talk about Let's go create a new game. Our leader, I've done a lot of research. Now you ask 5 people online, who's the best civ for domination victory? You get 5 different answers. But looking over the pros and cons of each one, which one would I feel good playing and stuff like that, I think I'm going to go with the Zulu. But we're going to play them a little bit differently. Let's talk about what they get really quick. May form corps at the Mercenary Civic and armies at the Nationalism Civic, which is earlier than any other nation. That means that I make my military stronger earlier and get an additional +5 base combat strength to both corps and armies. So these guys are going to be uber strong. Okay, we get the Izabongo. Cities with a garrison unit get +3 loyalty per turn. That's huge in a domination game because we definitely need loyalty. +5 if it's corps or army. Conquering a city with a unit will upgrade it into a corps or army if the proper civics are unlocked. Does that make sense? So I march in with my little warrior, right? Little single warrior, and he's the last guy to take down the walls of that city, take down the defenses, and he claims that city. If I have the mercenary civic unlocked, he becomes a corps. So he's automatically stronger because corps are stronger than individuals. Armies are stronger than corps. So if I have the nationalism civic unlocked, single unit, he doesn't become a corps, he automatically becomes an army if that civic's unlocked. Do you see how powerful this can be? So, like I said, ask 5 different people, you get 5 different answers as to what the best one is. I'm picking Shaka of the Zulu Nation. The Impi, we're not even going to bother with them. Not really. They replaced the pikemen. Yeah, they get flanked. Yeah, you know what? We're going a totally different way. I was doing some more reading and some crazy ways to do domination victories, and we are going to we're going to do it through faith. I know, sounds goofy, sounds crazy. You'll see as we play along. All right, the Akanda is something that we definitely want. A district unique to the Zulu, which replaces the encampment, provides +1 housing. Once the civic or technology prerequisite is met, corps and armies can be built outright, faster corps and army creation. So these guys, we're going to be just turning these guys out like mad. So we're going to go ahead and pick Shaka. Let's talk about the rest of our game setup. So we are playing the expansion Gathering Storm. We're playing on Prince difficulty because I am not a pro at this game. You may be watching other YouTubers that are pros playing way up here on Deity or Immortal. No, not me. I'm just going to try and get through it. How's that? So, I mean, who knows? Hell, there's probably videos of the Zulus doing what I'm going to do or try to do. And those guys are probably much better at it than me. But you're here. Stay here. I like you. All right, Start Era, Ancient, Game Speed Standard, City States 9. Disaster Intensity, I'm going to leave it on the default 2. It goes from 0 to 4. Again, I don't know what this world's going to do, so let's leave that at 2. Map is going to be Pangea. Map size small. Resources, all the rest of this I'm going to leave standard. Most of these change how the world is, like world age, sea level, rainfall, temperature. I don't want to jack with any of those things until I know what is going on. Okay, so here's the other caveat. I may be going for a domination victory, but I'm leaving all victory conditions open. Why, you may ask? Because I want that challenge. If I'm going up against 5 other civilizations, and I have to take all of their capitals, right? That's how you get a domination victory. I don't have to own every city. I just have to own all the capitals on the map. But if one of them gets to a culture victory before I can get to my domination, I lose. Or maybe it's diplomatic or religious or science victory. If they get to any one of these other victory conditions, I lose. And that, especially if they get to the domination victory, right? And of course, the score victory I'm leaving there just as another way to lose. At standard speed, because we're limiting the turns by game speed, I have 500 turns. Hopefully it won't take me 500 turns. And if it does take me 500 turns and I don't have the last city, if I earn a score victory instead, I lose. So each season we are going to tackle one of these victory conditions. and we will see how it goes. So we are going to limit the turns by game speed. We're not going to have any duplicate civs, no duplicate leaders, and no and yes, team share visibility. I don't think that matters. Oh yes, it does, because like if I align with like some other nation, right? If I make an alliance with some other country at first, wink, wink, nod, nod. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Then I see what they see. So yes, team share visibility. Of course, I'm going to leave. I want barbarians, even though they're a pain in my ass. I want barbarians. No teams. Yeah, no. That's no goodie huts. Are you insane? No, we're not doing that either. Okay, so that is our setup. So let's go ahead and get to the game.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Clever Shaka, King of the Zulu, your soldiers shall win you an empire. The Impi warriors at your command outflank and outfight all who oppose them. The unyielding Zulu armies will prove your strength lies in numbers. You need not war with every neighbor, but let them think you might.
And we will, because we're going for a domination victory, so we will be warring with every neighbor. Okay, so we've already covered all of this stuff, so let's just jump right into the game. All right. Wow. Looks like we got some stuff firing off already. Holy crap. We discovered another continent, so we got foreign trade boosted. All right. So here we are playing the Zulu Nation, playing Shaka. We're doing a domination victory. And let's take a look at this. I want to do it with faith, and this is perfect. I don't have to look far. And why I'm saying that is I see stone, which means that we can build a henge out of stone. It's better than a wood or a straw henge, and it will help us with our faith, which is what we need, what we're going to use to do this. So, real quick, I am running a couple mods that just give me a little bit more view. The fog of war was changed to a clear fog of war versus the tan. It's just so that it's easier to see what resources are on the tiles in the fog of war. I mean, obviously I can't see anything else. I can see this goodie hut, but I can't see if there's any barbarian encampments or anything like that, or any city states. I can see nothing like that. The second mod that I'm using that gives me just a little bit of a bump is this first settler can move 3 spaces instead of like 1 or 2. And then the last mod that's giving me anything is a mod that gives me a builder and a scout, in addition to the normal warrior and settler that you start the game with. So everything else is cosmetic. It may be different reports or different screens for like trade screens and stuff like that, or little tweaks for the UI. That is, oh, and I have one that if I'm researching something that isn't been boosted yet, like astrology, okay, find a natural wonder. Okay, we to boost that, we need to find a natural wonder. As this is clear, if I'm studying astrology, which I will be doing, that will be the first thing that I'm doing. It will automatically pop up with the tech tree saying, "Hey, you're at the boost point." Now, I'm going to send my scout around to see if we can't find a natural wonder. But, yeah, probably won't be finding a natural wonder. So, I mean, just because, what are the chances? You know, there's obviously not one in this fog area. So I'd have to send them out pretty far in a direction to find one. But let's go ahead and get off of that. We want to move this guy where we want him to be. So, I am going to actually park him right here. Normally, I would look for a tile that's like a 2-2 tile or something like that, or maybe a 3-2 tile. This 3-2 is because of bananas, so that doesn't work. Or you would found on a hills tile, because it's 1 food and 2 production. Let me explain this real quick. Your city will generate 2 food, 1 production. Okay? At a minimum. So if I park here, my city would then produce 2 food, 2 production. Because it keeps that second production, unless that production is coming from something like a rainforest. Because if we have to wipe out the rainforest to put our city there, then we lose that 1 additional production that would be there. So typically you want to found on some sort of hills that are going to give you that 2 production, so that you're generating even more production to start the game off. But I'm looking at this mountain range here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A holy site, which we are going to need, is going to get a huge benefit from here. Next to the city, it's going to get an additional benefit. So we're going to be generating more faith per turn for having a holy site here with my city here or here. But I'm going to put it right here on this tobacco. And why? Because as soon as I get irrigation, I will not have to send a builder over to improve this tile. I'll just start getting the tobacco. It'll already be an improved tile. And this tile gives us +1 faith. What the hell is this? Geothermal... I don't even know what the hell that is. But it's providing +1 science. That's cool. So yeah. Sorry, I'm totally squirreled there. And it'll put us closer to, close to the stone that we're going to need for Stonehenge. So yes, I think first time we're going to settle right here. And look at this, we already got +5 era score for, I guess we found another continent. Or we're the first one to... I don't know how that works. Explorers of the Zulu are the first from a major civilization to set foot on the continent of Europe. Yeah, so it must be because we discovered another continent. Yeah, we got the boost for it earlier. So we're already at a +5 era score. We'll talk about era score and different eras later. Right now, I'm going to leave this warrior kind of in this area. This builder can't really do anything yet, but... I know one of the first things that he's going to do is come over here and get this stone. So we're going to send him this way. This explorer, well, look at that. There's a goody hut down there. So we'll send him for the goody hut. So yeah, this is the warrior. He's going to kind of... I'm going to park him actually over here in the city center. So we can keep an eye out for scouts and stuff like that. So we are already generating +1 faith. +2.6 science, and 1.3 culture, and +5.2 gold. That's coming from our city. Now we need to do our first research. Now normally I would research one of these first 3. I would probably research mining, because we need that stone. But I'm going to start on astrology. And if I haven't found a natural wonder... by that time, by the time that I get to the boost, where it's just the boost left, I'll make the decision on whether I keep going with that or jump down to mining really quick. But I want to start on astrology because having the first religion is going to be key to winning this as a domination victory. And we're going to choose our first production. Now, normally I would go for like a monument. This starts building up our loyalty in our city. It's going to take 10 turns. We're growing, right? We have, let's bump that up to 4, right? So 7 turns until we hit level 2 population. Okay? The reason I'm doing that is because I need to get to level 2 to build another settler. I cannot build a settler until I reach at least a 2 population. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bank my production. Okay, and here's how you bank your production. You open up your queue, pick any unit, not a building, pick a unit, and then remove that unit. So now whatever production I'm earning, 5.3, is going to be banked for the next turn. Right? It makes sense. Oh, look at this. Yerevan. They provide, I think, faith? I think they provide faith. That's why they're white, which is good. We want to be their suzerain, right? So we're getting additional faith. Okay, our warrior, he's still going to stay right here. We're going to camp him out. For our production, again, we're going to bank our production. And next turn. All right, unit needs orders. Okay, we're going to move down into the goody hut. And look at this. There's somebody down here. That could be another country, another city-state. I'm not sure what that is or who that is. Keep our warrior there. This guy's in position now. I want to keep him in the borders just to keep him safe. And we're going to bank our production once again. No, we want to keep that at 5.3 so that we can get our growth up, so that we can start building. And as soon as we are able to build a settler, we'll kick this into high production so that we can build our settler faster. So bank it. Move on. Goody hut. Villagers have a hidden secret. The knowledge of writing has advanced considerably. Nice. And a new barbarian camp. Where is the barbarian camp? Is it down here? Why did that spark? I'm not seeing it in the fog anywhere. I don't know where it thinks there's a barbarian camp. Oh, right there. Okay. So that must be some of the knowledge that we got from the village. Okay, so we need to be careful of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to send this guy kind of in this direction so that we can cut off maybe a scout that's going to report back to them. We don't want them waking up. That is for damn sure. Okay, bank our production again for this turn. Unit needs orders. This guy is still waiting. And we're going to go ahead and skip his turn. I'm liking this area. We may end up putting a settlement down here. So let's go ahead and add attack. This gives us 2 food. We're really close to truffles, though. That's going to give us good gold. And then we got bananas. We've got some rainforest. Oh, here we go. Let's go. City center. Oh, no. Can I move it? Delete it. Okay. We'll add that tack back in a second. But I'm not seeing... I'm seeing some decent production stuff around here. And, of course, mountains are good for campuses, for earning more science, and for holy sites, like we talked about earlier. So, this might be a good one. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and put a tack down here anyway. And we're going to say city center with a question mark. All right, now I was looking at this area up here, all these mountains. Again, adjacency bonuses for campuses and holy sites. We definitely want to come explore up here. So I'm going to bring this this scout up this direction. And we'll go our next turn. This guy's still waiting for something to do. And we are 3 turns from being able to start doing a settler. I'm going to park him right there. So now we'll be able to see if any scouts come out this direction. They may come around this mountain, but this guy is going to be moving over into that direction. So we should be fine there. For our production, we're going to bank it one more time. Skip that guy's turn. Oh, looks like someone's already fighting him. Oh yeah, look, there's a border right there. So I'm guessing that's another country. I don't know. It could be a city-state. Let's get rid of this. Go into our production, bank it again until next turn. And then we can start working on something really good. Now we can build a settler, and it will only take 6 turns to do it. So that means by turn 14, we will have a settler to set up a second city. That's pretty awesome. So, let's see here. Now, I want to come in here, turn that up, turn food down. I want us totally working on production here. Astrology is still clicking along. All right, we'll leave this scout here. And it looks like I accidentally moved the warrior up there. That's all right. I'm okay with that. Doesn't really matter. Look at this. We now expanded towards stone because the city's automatically going to expand toward the best resource that it has available. So that is very cool. We need to, yeah, we haven't actually found any city-states yet. So I'm going to move this guy up here. He can still do nothing because he can't even bulldoze. It requires mining as a technology. So we may end up... I don't think we're going to find a natural wonder. You just stay here. Okay, we're going to move him over to here. So as soon as we have mining... we'll be able to mine this resource here, the stone. All right, so as the mod that I was telling you about popped up, mining is going to take 8 turns. Astrology is going to take 8 turns. There's no real faster way of doing this, so I may just go switch over to mining right now and then bounce back to astrology, because I can't do Stonehenge, or I can build a holy site. Actually, I'm going to continue with astrology so that I can be building a holy site with my city while I'm studying mining, and then I will be able to mine the stone just in time to build Stonehenge. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Trying to make a little contact with this city-state over here. This guy is going to stay on alert. He's got a great view from this hill, so if anything comes out of here, we'll know it. I may actually move him. Can I move him one closer? Oh, and it looks like the spearman's already been damaged. I mean, granted, this guy's not going to do anything, so we'll go ahead and skip the rest of his turn. This guy, we're just going to have him sleep right there, so we don't have to keep doing something with him every turn. Come on, let's meet the city-state. There. Got it. So if we come up here and look at city-states... Oh, I met him with my warrior, so I don't get the point. Oh, man. But they do offer faith. So, yeah, that is why you should always scout with your scout. I suck. I totally suck. We could almost... Looks like these guys are taking a beating from somebody across the river. We may wait one more turn and see if we can't sneak in there and get that encampment. Yep, I'm going to bring him back over here so he doesn't cause any more problems. All right. So, like I was talking about, I'm really liking this area over here. There seems to be some good production over here. Now, obviously, I can only, it's like 3 squares that I can't build. So 1, 2, 3, I couldn't build here. 1, 2, 3. So these look like the only spots to build. These are dark green. So this does mean that we will be able to get fresh water there. So I'm going to send this guy up this direction. My scouts are still going to get their asses beat going against that guy. So I'm going to leave them right where they are. And it's time to choose production. Okay. So we know that we're going to be getting Holy Site, right? We know where it's going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bank my production so that when a Holy Site is ready to go, I can drop it right in.
It is not wisdom, but
all right, so code of laws. Okay, we're going to change our policies because right now we've been quite nomadic. And by default, this is one of the mods I'm running, we are getting chiefdom. If we were playing as the Mongolia, then we'd be getting horde. I can actually choose from any of these, so it doesn't really matter. I'm looking at this. This gives us a diplomatic slot and a wild card slot. Diplomatic slot is not something that I want to be running early. Horde would work because I know that we definitely want a military slot, but the other slot that we need is the economic slot. So I may go with Polis here. This gives me an economic slot and a wild card slot. I want God King. +1 faith and +1 gold in the capital. Okay, definitely want that. Then for our wild card slot, we could put in the +5 combat strength when fighting barbarians, or the +1 production in all cities. So kind of torn as to which one we should plug in, because +1 production will certainly help us build things faster. +5 will help us fight off the barbarians that are sitting out in that fog. So, we can always come back and change it. So let's go ahead and go with the, I got to go urban planning. I got to go the +1. There's a barbarian camp sitting right there. You know what? If we want to come back and change it later, we can. I need that production right now. We're going to say yes. This guy is not going to come in here and fight because he's still at a major defeat. Choose our new civic. So we have 2 to choose from: craftsmanship and foreign trade. Foreign trade's already been boosted because we landed very close to the edge of a continent, so we were able to discover a second continent. And improve 3 tiles. They're both going to take, well, they would both normally take 29 turns. This one will now take 18 to do foreign trade. We do want to get traders running, although we do want craftsmanship because it's going to branch into, because what were the 2 that we were looking for before? Mercenaries. That's one of the things that we're going to need for Shaka. And the other one was, what was it? Was it colonialism? I think it was colonialism. Yeah, I think it was mercenaries and colonialism. Or nationalism. It's nationalism. I think. Fuck, I don't remember. I apologize. We will look that up. But it's one of those 2. Granted, it's way down the tree. It's somewhere in the industrial area. So we're not going to be able to get armies of warriors marching around until like the industrial era anyway. But we will need to get up here in the top of this tree. So military training, military tradition, craftsmanship, and you need craftsmanship for all this other stuff too. So let's go ahead and just go on foreign trade. We already have the boost for it. Now we're going to choose our production. We're still waiting to build our holy site. We have 4 turns before we can do that. So we're banking more of our production. Oh, they're down now. We're going to sweep in if we can. Banking our production. Oh, look, we found Kumasi. Very cool. And we found him with our scout. So if we come up here to our city states, we now have a +1 envoy already with Kumasi. So we are earning +2 culture in our capital, which means that our civics tree, where foreign trade is now getting a boost because we're now earning 3.4 culture and then 2.6 science. I would love to find another city-state that's offering up some science. That would be awesome. I think that this guy is another... Notice the purple. I think that is a culture city-state right there. But yeah, we definitely need to find some more city-states. Look at him. Oh, that's that guy. He's almost dead. All right. So for our production, we are still 2 turns away from having our holy site. So we're going to bank our production one more time. And we wait, and we wait, and we have... Okay, so we're in our location now. This is where we want to put our new city. Bulawayo. Bulawayo. Yes. I'm sure that... Bulawayo? Bulawayo? I don't know. It's probably close, but not close enough. Look at this. We're actually losing population here. How did we lose population there? That's weird. We were at 2. Yeah, see, we can't build a settler there. Can we still build a settler? We can't build a settler down here now? That's hilarious. I don't know why. We're at +3 food. So, I don't get it. I know that we are focusing on production right now, so we're banking up as much production as we possibly can. And up here, we're going to want to build a holy site up here too to generate more. And I'm looking at some of these tiles. This tile's getting 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be a great holy site spot, but I'm also looking like right up here might be. No, there's sheep on that one. Maybe over here. There are so many. We have another geothermal thing over here, Fisher. So I don't know. Do those give adjacency bonuses? We don't know. So you know what? I'm just going to let this city grow. And we're going to sit here and bank some production up there for them till we figure out what we want to do with them. Our scout is going to, well, scout. He's going to see if we can't find some more city-states to earn us some more, get some more gold up in here, some more faith, more culture. Okay, we are 1 turn away from being able to build our holy site. So we'll bank that. Bank this.
I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Sagittarius.
We can now build our holy site. So let's come up here and get mining cooking right now. It's going to take 8 turns to go. There is no boost needed for that. That is one of the first ones that we can get so that we can get this stone. Here we can build our holy site in 3 turns. That's pretty amazing. +4. Oh, that's beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. And does it get one for the... Well, what's it getting it from? Okay, so it's every 2 mountain tiles give it +1 faith. So we're getting... No? That doesn't even make sense. So it's not getting anything from the city center. It's not getting anything from that district. So that may not have been the best place to put it. Oh well. It is what it is. That, and look, volcano. Our holy site's going to get wiped out by a volcano. Boom. Okay, so we can't start researching Stonehenge yet. after this, we have to wait for the stone first. So we will continue banking after our holy site is done. We will continue banking our points until until mining is complete and we can mine this quarry. But we have our builder in place. He will be ready to go and get that done. Up here, 10 turns for a holy site. +4 there. +3. Yeah, see, I'm going to put our holy site here. Another +4 faith per turn. Heck yeah. We don't need to bank any more points for that because that's what we want to build. Banking points just means that it would go from 10 to 9 to 8. You know, so that is not needed. We don't need to constantly be banking points and stuff like that. This guy, I'm going to come park him back down here because there's just so much fog of war. We know that this barbarian encampment's down here. We want to keep our warrior close. Looks like our scout has found another barbarian. Let's go this way because I'm guessing that the city-states aren't too terribly close to each other. And another freaking scout. Ugh, are you kidding me? Lots of open land over here, right? We've got some, amber, more stone, lots of cows. We won't find horses until we research animal husbandry. That's one of the big changes. And you know what? We are at turn 20. This has been a long video. I promise the next videos will be shorter. This one had a lot of initial explanation in it, so I apologize for any additional length that this video is, but episode 2 will be shorter because when I'm just moving stuff around, I won't narrate me just kind of moving around. If I find something, then that's when I'll show you guys whether I find a new city-state or something like that, and kind of trim them down a little bit and keep it under 30 minutes. So until next time, Draconians, you take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya!